down in hot but beautiful Houston. We're out here for the Big Three, Game 1, Season 2. You guys like Ice Cube? Yeah. Tore it up. Yo, do not take Ice Cube for granted. The guy's got hit after hit after hit, but that's just the beginning of the night. The games are about to start. We are live in Houston. Game 1, Season 2 of the Big Three. We're coming live, Facebook Live all night. You can follow me. You'll see the players. You'll see some celebrities, some cool people announced. Rumor has it that Dave Chappelle is close by. All that and more. Facebook Live, Big Three, Michael Rappaport. Let's go live right now. Let's go live for the people. Let's go. Let's go live, let's go.
That's right, H-Town stand up. Season 2, Week 1 of the Big Three is the Ghost Ballers take on the Three-Headed Monsters. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Custer alongside my partner, the All-American Jim Jackson. A Trilogy won it all, went undefeated all last year. What are you excited to see here in year 2 of the Big Three?
Well, it's all about star power because star power sells tickets. It brings intrigue, but also to add value on the court. A lot of new names, a lot of fresh faces. Can they combine to take down Trilogy? I don't know. We'll see.
And we kick it off with two teams who finished second and third last season. The Ghost Ballers, they finished third, but listen, they've had some additions. Carlos Boozer is new. Lee Nalen is now added to the team of Mike Bibby, coached by the Iceman, George Gervin. And in the Three-Headed Monsters, led by the Hall of Famer Gary Payton, well, they've added some new players now. Salim Stoudemire, Reggie Evans comes over, and of course, Rashard Lewis was the MVP last season for the Big Three. There's the Ghost Ballers, finished third. Mike Bibby runs things. And for the Three-Headed Monsters, one of their newest additions, Reggie Evans. And look how big Mike Bibby is.
They showed a picture of Mike in a Sacramento uniform that showed him now like he ate his old self, but Mike dedicates himself. I know you talk to him, and I talk to him. He's in the gym every day. He lifts 4 or 5 hours. Look at this.
Look at that. He says he works out from 7 a.m. to 11 just about every day.
I can't do it.
Is that something?
I love to work out, but he's dedicated himself to crafting his body and chiseled up. But you know, the beautiful part of it is, OB, he can still stroke the ball. Yeah. Even with all of that muscle added, he still has that feathery touch from the outside.
He was last year the 4-point champion. No one hit more fours than Mike Bibby.
It's time for Big Three basketball.
Three-Headed Monsters will inbound it. Keep in mind, they reached the title game last season. They believe they got enough pieces to get over the top, Jim.
Well, they gave Trilogy a run for their money, and right here with Reggie Evans, what he gives you, he'll give you that jump shot, and they'll give that up. But more importantly, Reggie is a guy defensively. He's going to get into your grill. One, he's going to keep the ball alive on the offensive rebound, and he's a heck of a defensive player.
Look at him. Get over it.
Ricky Davis.
Get over it.
Boozer lays it up and in.
You're talking about addition. How about Carlos? I think everybody, too, all the teams geared up to be able to be physical, to switch, and not be taken advantage of Trilogy. And that's why Carlos Boozer is such an important part.
Down low, Reggie Evans.
Got to get through that. Red, get over the picks, Red. Red, bucks it
Reggie
up.
coming over from the killer threes from last season.
Hey.
Ricky Davis shoots the air ball.
Yeah, you know, talking to Gary Payton yesterday, this is one of the things he wanted to do, which is get the ball inside. He said, listen, defensively, we're going to lock in to be a lot better this year. That's going to hold us if we're not scoring. But instead of panicking and shooting threes or a 4-point shot, let's get some easy twos. And you saw that with Boozer inside.
You're talking about a guy who can stroke it. How about Mahmoud?
Hey, listen, Raul, for the young people that didn't see him play, you talking about Steph Curry. This was Steph Curry back in our era in the 90s. I mean, quickness, athletic, can shoot the pill.
That one hit the back rim. Ricky Davis follows it up. His is too strong as well. Mike Bibby.
Pick and roll right there. Pick and roll. Go post
Here's
him up.
Mahmoud. He'll pull from 3. He was looking for a foul. Davis knocks down the three.
And it's always that feel-out part, especially that first game. As you're trying to figure out to get your feet up underneath you. You practice a lot. Now you're trying to input and institute the things that you worked on, but also is just feeling out your opponent, getting comfortable playing 3-on-3 again.
Mahmoud misses. Boozer clears it.
Take your time, take your time, there you go.
Keep in mind, 14-second shot clock, 4 seconds left on it. Ricky Davis, another three.
Pretty Richie can do that. Now keep in mind for the viewers at home, 3-on-3. If you missed a shot, you got to clear it and take it back behind the three-point line, either on the sideline or up top. Unless it's an air ball, that's when you can take it back up and score right away.
Here's Rashard Lewis.
Go back.
Reggie Evans, and he is just stroking that mid-range.
Well, I think Reggie took it personal last year that teams would just lay off of him and say, just take the jump shot. Before the game, he was working on that elbow jump shot, and now it's paying dividends early for a three-headed monster.
First team to 25. We go to the half. Boozer misses that jumper.
Now we get time.
I mean, you're talking about a scoring machine. Ricky Davis, in his younger years, was so athletic, but he could also step out and shoot. And last year, we saw a lot of it afterwards, and he's a showman and taking a little seat right there in the expensive category seats early on.
Got a first substitution. Salim Stoudemire comes in for the three-headed monsters. Knocks down the jumper. Marcus Banks will come in for the Ghost Ballers. He's inbound to the basketball.
And one thing you're going to see, too, a lot of this is a lot of pick and roll, because playing with just 3 players, it's tougher to guard, especially when you have a post player that can shoot the ball off of a pick and roll.
Pick.
Stoudemire off the pick. Pull that left hand, too strong. There's Evans, that's what he gives you. Hey, every Friday night before the start of our coverage on Fox, Facebook will be your exclusive home to the Big Three's first game of the night. Keep that in mind. You can tune into the Big Three on Fox Facebook page and catch Corey Maggette and his team Power against Baron Davis and Three's Company. That's live from the United Center in Chicago, Friday, June 29th, only on Facebook. Reggie Evans will go to the line. 13 seasons in the NBA.
My Big Ten brethren, but already paying dividends. I mean, the pick he set, roll right to the basket, which is something they worked on extensively in practice. You see the turnover right here by Ghost Ballers right here.
Yeah, Marcus Banks tried to put it between his legs, then no one was home.
Well, he thought that Carlos was going to roll, but Carlos popped to the three-point line. So that, again, it's continuity, trying to figure out how to play together, what spots you like, but it takes a little bit of time to do it, even though they practice. You need to play in the game.
Evans, go back to the line again.
We're to play together. Hey, Q. You see how they coming off? They trying to, they scared of you. So you got to make that happen every time. Every time.
Here's Reggie Evans.
You got it, Reggie. You got it. It don't matter.
He led the league last season in double-doubles and in rebounds.
Now, always aggressive, and yesterday in practice, one thing they worked on with Reggie, when he set the pick, immediately dive to the basket. Don't pick out. Don't pop out. We want to get you inside.
Banks, good from 3.
Let's work, Marcus. Hey, post Reg up. Let's work. Post Reg.
Keep in mind, first team 25, we go to the half. Here's Evans now on the block, working on Lee Nayland. Left hand, that's a grown man move.
How about it, Reggie? Got denied in the middle. Nayland did a great job of taking it away, but Reggie, great footwork inside, able to get the easy 2.
You hear Gary Payton saying they can't guard Reggie. Another board by Evans, clears it. See, Evans calling for it.
Hey, we gotta see that. We gotta see that.
You got some great coaches here, but Gary Payton's so hands-on. We saw that yesterday at practice.
Well, Gary want to win. I mean, not that the other coaches don't,
Right.
but he took it personal last year when they lost in the championship. And in practice, he was just all on the little things about this team, and that's part of being a competitor. And that's why the league is so competitive, because when the coaches emphasize a lot of this, attention to detail, Marcus Banks going to the basket, now the players just respond.
Hey, let's go down on the court to our Michael Rappaport.
Fellas, I'm down here, and I'm liking the play, the movement, the improvement, if I could say, of Reggie Evans. He's looking physical, he's taking shots, and he's playing like he's got a chip on his shoulder. I'm liking it, I'm liking the crowd. I'm excited to be here. Season 2, Game 1 of the Big Three. You guys feeling good or what?
Oh, man.
Oh, loving it, brother.
Absolutely.
Well, you know, most of these players, too, worked out all year getting ready for this. Brian.
All the guys in shape. You can see that.
Difference was last year, guys didn't really know how physical of a toll it takes on you to play 3-on-3, what kind of shape you really needed to be in. But about game 4 or 5, they got it. And after the season, these guys put in the work all year to be ready for opening night. And it's showing and paying dividends right now.
How about Reggie Evans? Misses that one. Here comes Ricky Davis, stripped by Woods. He lays it in.
See, that's the beauty about playing defense. You play defense, you get a steal, the ball doesn't touch the rim. Now you can just take it up for an easy dip. At the beginning of last season, guys didn't think about that. They were trying to clear it out and not keeping in mind that it didn't hit the rim and you can take it right back up.
Going left. Yeah. He can't go. Make him go right.
Here's Nalen.
Make him go right.
He's left-handed.
There you go.
They're going to call the foul on Evans.
It's funny because Reggie Evans right now playing tough defense, but it's been his offense early on that has gotten much of the attention. The inside basket showing a little range here with the jump shot. Last year would give it up, but Lee Nalen on that drive, he heard Gary Payton say, force him right, force him right. He said, all right, I'm going to jab step you, I'm going to take him right. He gave Gary a look after he got fouled.
Here's Neil Leyland. He averaged 11 and 3 last season.
Lock him down,
played for
Marcus.
Tri-State.
Lock him down.
Here's Salim Stoudemire.
Yeah, Gary.
Another southpaw. Misses that jumper.
Go to work. Go to work. Mark, go get it. Go get it. Ready.
Nalen.
Yeah.
Reggie Evans.
There we go.
Drives it right in. He'll go back to the line.
Well, it was a quick attack that time, too. Reggie, again, recognizing that Carlos Boozer has to get in 3-on-3 shape.
Yep.
But he attacked him right away, took it and cleared it behind the three-point line. Instead of just waiting, he went right back into the body of Boozer, forced him to reach down and commit a foul.
Of course, some big three. You make it, you get the 2 points. You miss it, ball's in play.
Space.
2-point lead for the Ghost Ballers. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Banks, pull up. No. Here comes Rashard Lewis getting ready to check in. As Woods throws that one away. Stoudemire's got 5 seconds on the shot clock.
Hit him in the mouth.
How you feel? Come on, Bill.
They're going to call over the back on Reggie Evans.
Yeah, at what point do you think you will see our first, well, now that Mike Bibby is coming back in, I was going to say, first 4-point shot?
Yeah.
And how, I'm interested to see, too, how the coaches this year use that more strategically. Maybe late game situations, quick shots, to utilize that skill set, because guys have been practicing shooting from that distance and feel comfortable with it.
This is Boozer, mid-range. No. 2-point lead for Ghost Ballers. They're 9 points away from the half. Lewis missed the bunny. Here's Lee Nalen.
Well, that time, missed the bunny, but it didn't hit the rim. Nalen smartly took it right back to the basket before the defense could recover.
4-point lead now for the Ghost Ballers. Rashard Lewis. Houston's own lays it up and in. Live here on Facebook. First Big Three game ever here on Facebook. Carlos Boozer spins, misses. Here's Mahmoud. That's a gimme for him. He knocks down that three.
Well, the hesitation that time because they thought a foul was going to be called with Boozer. It wasn't. Again, smartly, Mahmoud got his feet set behind the arc before Bibby could recover.
How about that defense by Mahmoud?
Giving up a little size, but the hand quickness forced Nalen close to the sideline.
Of course, we ask you to send in your questions. Michael Rappaport will answer them. Mike?
I'm down here on the sidelines. A lot of questions coming in on Facebook Live. Continue to ask me questions. If it's a good question, a smart question, I'll answer them. A lot of talk has been made over Mike Bibby. I call him Mike Diesel. Let me tell you something. Mike Bibby works out. I've seen Mike Bibby for the last 4 or 5 years. He's gotten big. He's put on muscle. He doesn't play around. He works out all the time. He's staying close to the game. He's looking good. He's in shape. He's sly of foot, and he's stroking the ball really well, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Mike. And the three-headed monsters now, thanks to Quintel Woods, have gone on a nice run here.
Well, Quintel Woods would be huge. Again, everybody gearing up. See Ricky Davis with the 2 for Trilogy. Quintel has the size, athleticism, can switch, can be physical, especially on the defensive end.
2 more points here, and we go to the half. Three-headed monsters can convert for Mahmoud. Misses that one, but they're going to call a foul. Ricky Davis right now, the high scorer with 8 points. Quintel Woods has got 6 for the three-headed monster.
You know what, Brian, we talked about adjustments by the players and coaches, but I think this is important too. The adjustments by the officials, really understanding the rules, understanding when to kind of let play go on, be a little bit more physical, but at the same time call fouls when you need it. I think so. It was a learning period for the officials as well. So let's see how they make the adjustment in year 2.
Too strong by Carlos Boozer.
Take it up.
And stolen and laid up and in by Quintel Woods. That's the half. Quintel Woods tied for the game high right now with 8 points. And right now the three-headed monsters with a 5-point lead, JJ.
Yeah, well, just finishing out the half strong here. Great defense by Rashard Lewis. Quintel Woods able to benefit right there on the baseline. And again, you play defense, you create opportunities, now you can get layups.
Let's go into the huddle with Gary Payton.
This is what we got to do. Keep playing basketball. All right? Keep playing basketball. We all right. Good work.
One of these 2 lucky men.
And with the Ghost Baller, the Iceman, Ricky Davis, Mike Bibby.
You know what I'm talking about?
This the thing. To win a brand new car.
Pop it around.
Make some noise for these 2 contestants. Come on.
What did I say do?
I need 2 basketballs. I need 2 basketballs.
You don't get it. That's all he want to do is pick. We rather him pick and roll or whatever. Push him up.
Come on over here, boss.
Pull up, I'm gonna pull back.
Yeah. Either you gonna push him up and let him get through, or y'all gonna have to hedge out and make him go that way.
30 seconds.
Either or.
To nail as many more shots as you can. The more they make, the better. That'll qualify.
They don't quit. They all day. Jump all day.
Brand new car. H-Town, Toyota Center. Make some noise. Let's get 30 seconds on the clock. 30 seconds on the clock.
How about this guy? He's going for a new car. Shooting a 4-point shot.
Obi's bottom. Come on, baby. Got that Irving jersey. Come on. Oh, got 7.
Come on.
They got a minute and a half to see.
Nope.
Gotta get your legs into it, big fella. There you go. Get your legs into it. Represent that number 6. They're trying to get tired right now. Bro.
Yeah, really.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
This is the qualifier for a brand new win.
Go!
There goes one. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Come on over here, y'all. You made 1 shot. You made 1 shot. What's your name, boss? Corey Price. Can you make more than 1 shot? You got 30 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, go!
I'm gonna stay on the first one. They got a high arc,
He
too.
sure does.
You got a lot of air under there.
Yeah.
But listen, he's missing right in front of the rim. He just got to use his legs a little bit more.
Corey, you can do this.
Because he's right in front of the rim.
Yeah.
Everything is just short. He won one. He was like, give me one more chance.
You just qualified. Next halftime for our brand new.
Well, the three-headed Monsters went on an 11-4 run to close the half. They got a 5-point lead. First team to 50. They're the winners. Three-headed Monsters finished 6-2 last season. Gary Payton told us they've made some additions. He feels like they're more athletic. They've got better rebounding, and he said it's all about knocking off Trilogy.
Well, it is, but the defense at the end of the half is what got three-headed Monsters to lead. Quick hands, able to get some easy layups, and you're talking about the adjustments and additions. Salim Stoudemire now brings a guard off the bench, so you don't lose shooting when Mahmoud goes to the bench.
Here's Mahmoud. Abdul Rauf pulls up, knocks it down.
And once again, but it's Reggie Evans. I mean, he's so physical when he sets screens. Either you're going to get over the top, get underneath, but if you get under, Abdul Rauf can knock it down and shoot it. But Evans puts up physical screen on the opposing guards, and that just frees up the shooters for a three-headed monster.
I like that. I know what's up.
So here's Carlos Boozer. He's a co-captain, two-time All-Star in the NBA, won a national championship at Duke. Knocks down the free throw. It's good for 2 points. 5-point lead, three-headed Monsters. This was the MVP last season, Rashard Lewis. He's got Mike Bibby on him.
When it working? When it working?
I tell you what, I'm impressed. Mahmoud at 49 years old. Okay, the body don't act the same.
Right.
Okay, but we saw it late last year when he really turned the corner and got in shape. And now, starting off, I mean, he looks quicker, leaner.
Hey, move.
He had 22 in the championship game last year. And you could tell towards that second half of the season, he was the man for this team.
Well, you think about this, you think about his career. At LSU, back-to-back 50-point games. He was phenomenal in college. In the NBA, undersized, but yet quick enough, athletic enough to be able to compete. But I think where he made his impact, you look at what Colin Kaepernick did. It was Mahmoud taking a stand in regards to religion. That kind of marked his career, whether that's negative or not. But
Bibby missed the layup. Good defense by the Monsters. Here's Rashard Lewis. Evans, another rebound. Back to Lewis, he lays it in.
Well, because Reggie Evans scored before and was effective, the double team came, which you normally wouldn't do. Then he made the pass out to an open Rashard Lewis. Even though he missed it, the rotation was slow. Three-headed Monsters able to get the rebound and get a layup.
Ricky Davis drives that baseline.
Again, the pass in the corner, but because the rotation was slow, Reggie Evans able to garner it on the weak side, and smartly Lewis dove to the basket to be able to get an easy one inside. You know, continuity is there a little bit, even though Reggie Evans just came over. I think a lot of players respect the way he plays, and they play off of him by constantly moving, knowing that Reggie can find them and be a facilitator at times to get them some easy baskets.
9-point lead for the Monsters. Good fake by Ricky Davis. Misses the jumper.
They got a mismatch.
Yep. Lewis.
Good talk right there by Banks and Boozer.
Rashard Lewis, the three.
Guess who? I'll put it up.
Boozer lays it right up and in.
Yeah, I think it's just a little miscommunication on both sides. Especially with the three-headed Monsters thinking that the shot clock was going down, but it put 14 seconds back up. Of course, Evans shoot that air ball.
Reggie Evans dives right in. You hear Carlos Boozer say, hey, ref, watch that elbow, man.
Listen, the elevation is not there, but the instincts, how he jumps right into Carlos Boozer. And Booz had his right hand on the shoulder of Evans, but smartly, when you do that, though, Brian, you take away the disadvantage of maybe you're not jumping as high from your opponent by putting that shoulder into somebody's chest.
Sound like you've done that a time or two.
Man, what? As you get older, boy, you got to be more creative, brother. You know, that YMCA game come in handy.
Here's Rashard Lewis. He's got 5 on the shot clock. Oh, and tried to get it to Reggie Evans and throws it away.
Yeah, tough pass. The angle was tough because he was on the inside of the free throw line and Reggie was just outside and the passing there just wasn't there.
Ricky Davis slapped by Rashard Lewis. He goes to the rack. Here's Michael Rappaport.
You guys were talking about Reggie Lewis and Boozer's reaction to Reggie throwing himself in there. That was a reaction of a lot of the guys last year, but the physicality is different than when Boozer left the NBA. I love the physicality. I love the hand check, and I love the refs. I love that the refs let these guys play. And I think Boozer just got a wake-up call that the big three is grown man basketball. Hand checking and elbows are allowed sometimes.
Yeah, you're right about that.
I love it. I mean, and again, the officials have made the adjustment in regards to allowing the guys to play a little bit more physical, just like you would do normal 3-on-3, but it's the temperament there of allowing guys to play through some contact, which you love.
Here's Boozer. Knocked away. Rashard Lewis misses. Inside to Reggie Evans. He misses. Ricky Davis for 3. Yes, sir. Pretty Ricky is what they call it.
But listen, though, if they don't call it, the official doesn't call it because you're only playing 3-on-3. You can't argue because if you argue it, this is what's going to happen. You argue in the foul. Nobody gets back on D and splash. Thank you very much by Ricky Davis. Oh, he patting it. Giddy up.
Yeah.
Giddy up.
Let's go back on the court to Michael Rappaport.
Listen, fellas, some of these guys are arguing calls. Some of these guys are not arguing calls. I'm all for playing through it. And if you're going to argue a call, play through it while you're arguing the call. You know, Jimmy Jackson, you see me. You played with me in celebrity games. Rock and Jock back in the day when your hairline was even a little lower. I'm here to play. I'm here to be competitive. Big Reggie Evans has got to keep playing through those calls. Come on, Reggie. You got the beard. You're looking lean and mean. Don't flail your arms. Let's play ball.
Don't tell him, Mike. Hey, Mike. I remember Mike had the headband. He was a little slimmer in the belly area back then, too.
But Jimmy Jack, you remember when I was out there? UC Webb. I wasn't playing games with you guys out there. I played those celebrity games with no respect.
7-0 run before that.
It's all a matter of perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
In his mind, he was doing something. In our mind, we was laughing at him. You know what I'm saying? We just let Mike do Mike. Uh-oh, 4-point shot.
Yeah, that's short by Ricky Davis. Reggie Evans. Here's the slap by Carlos Boozer.
But you know what, though? Here's the thing. With Reggie, you force him to get to the free throw line and convert. So you didn't like the foul, but at the same time, when Reggie gets down there, force him to go to the free throw line and knock in a shot.
A fouler keep him on the line. All right, Red, show me something, Red. Show me something.
Shut up, Jimmy. Shut up.
Reggie showed it to you. As Eagles has the seat. Quintel Woods will check back in for the Monsters.
Well, it's amazing. These guys got pride. So Reggie retooled his game a little bit. I see at the beginning of this season to be more effective offensively.
Aaron Jameson on Facebook asked me, do I think that Gary Payton's trash talk is still on point? He's a Hall of Fame player, Hall of Fame trash talk, and although he might not have anything left in the tank as a player, the man doesn't shut up. In my opinion, he could be a stand-up comedian and go on tour. He's funny, he's relentless, and he just doesn't stop talking. I mean, Jimmy, who is, besides Gary Payton, one of the greatest trash talkers that you had to deal with in the league?
Oh, Michael Jordan. I mean, he always trash talked you, but you know what? But GP was special in his own right. Yeah. GP was loud. You see what I'm saying? GP will get up into you and was loud.
How about that? That's a grown man move there by Carlos Boozer.
Come on.
I think the strategy, too, is if you can get the ball out quickly via the pass to clear it, now you can post up inside and hit somebody. That's just like that play right there. Got it out quick to Bibby. Boozer posted up inside. You got a guy on your back. Now you can get it to him down low for an easy shot.
Boozer misses. Mahmoud.
Got him back.
He will pull.
One more time.
Top.
6-point lead for the three-headed monsters. First team to 50. The winner. Got to win by 2.
Go all the way.
Ricky Davis. Boozer. Here's a push by Reggie Evans.
I love the pick and roll, that little pocket pass right there by Marcus Banks.
I know they complaining a lot, but don't give it to him.
Shoulder, you shooting it.
That time Reggie Evans wasn't able to get back to Boozer on the roll after helping on the pick. Great recognition that time by Marcus Banks.
Booze, wait.
There you go. Come on, Booze.
Booze knocks down the free throws. He's now scored the last 6 points for the Ghost Ballers.
Right, wait a minute. They knocking us, they hitting us the same way. Give us
Mike, how you feeling? They got, yeah,
Get off, Bubby. Let him get off, Bubby.
There you go. Hey, Lee. Come on, JR. Don't
Foul
be running
on
away from
Mahmoud.
that shit.
Ricky Davis will go to the line. All of a sudden, Ghost Ballers now creeping right back into this one.
Well, you get stops that allows you to play offense. I mean, when you're giving up layups or you're not communicating, I thought they did a better job. Ghost Ballers of talking a little bit more defensively. Even if you're scrambling, Brian, and you're behind, if you talk loud and often, you can make up for that. I thought early on wasn't a lot of communication, but in the second half, much more communication by Ghost Ballers in particular on the defensive end of the court.
Ricky Davis got a game-high 15 right now.
Get out of there.
Point over his season average from last year. Here's Nate Layland.
He wants to get to that left hand.
Yep. Spins back right, lays it in.
And that time Reggie Evans overplayed really on that left hand. And smartly, like Reggie Evans has been doing to Nayland, he spin back to his weak side and found himself with a wide open layup.
We're going to say that one, three-headed monsters.
And the hustle. Another possession that time kept alive by Reggie Evans.
Hey!
Shot. 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
5 on the shot clock. Evans drives.
Take your time. Back in the rim. Take your time.
We get the ball back. Lee. Lee.
Pushing and holding.
Let it go. Get him back. Give me one,
First time
Red.
this game's been tied since it was 14-14. That was in the first half. Reggie Evans breaks the tie.
White ball.
Monsters with a 2-point lead, and they get the basketball.
Yeah, once you get in the penalty now, that's the benefit of being able to knock down free throws in late game situations. Now you retain possession.
Woods the drive. Got it.
There you go, Q.
Look at the clock.
7 points away from ending the basketball game.
Go get it.
Are the Monsters.
Go get it.
We gotta watch him. We can't continue to do that. I know, but
This is Ricky Davis. 5 on the shot clock.
Go by his ass, Rick.
He'll pull. It's short. Mahmoud.
Man, this is why the acquisition
How you feel, baby?
of Quintel Woods is important. because he's long, he's lengthy, he can put the ball on the deck. Defensively, he can switch. Adds value when you start to sub, you know, go to your bench and substitute a little bit more.
Get out of there. Get out of there. Take it down.
Ball fake, Ricky Davis.
See, that's that length right there by Woods.
5 on the shot clock. He's got to call a timeout.
Timeout. Hey, why the shot clock reset?
Why the shot clock reset?
It's 3 seconds. 3 seconds on the clock.
Come on. Hey, come on.
Hey, there you go, fellas.
All right.
Q, come on, ready to play.
Shoot the ball.
Now close this shit out. Close it out, man.
Yeah, I know that layup.
Close it out.
Go ahead.
Close it out.
He gonna get all the boards. We got it.
Close it out.
Finish it deep.
Rebound.
Down by 4. Hey, we're gonna go bounce in a row.
All right, let's go.
3 stops in a row.
Come on, 3 stops, man.
Let's go.
All right, we going back. I'm going to go back with Boo.
Yeah, I'm in. I don't know.
Come on.
He good.
You went late. Stop. All right, Red. Hey, Red, give me a foul. And 1.
You heard the Ghost Ballers saying, listen, we just need 3 stops. Let's go into Booze.
We get the ball
Obviously,
back.
they want to look for something to Carlos Boozer. Here's Ricky Davis, though. He'll pull off the screen. Got it.
Great play. Out of bounds, you get an open shot that time. Now let's see if Ghost Ballers can lock in and not only play defense, but play defense without fouling so you don't put the 3-headed monsters to the free throw line.
Mock move. Misses that one. Davis. Into Carlos Boozer. Lays it in. And 1.
Well, you take that time, Quintel Woods gambled on the baseline. Keep in mind, you don't have a lot of help on the backside, so if you take that gamble, you're going to pay it. Raouf late on this, and how about the out-of-bounds play, a little will play? Not a lot of pressure on the pass, and Ricky Davis able to catch up. Will come off that screen, open, square his shoulders, knock it in.
Costly. Ghost Ballers with the 1-point lead now. Shard Lewis looking to check in. Ballers retain possession. They're in the penalty. Boozer. Nearly knocked away by Woods.
Hey, why the shot clock didn't start? Why the shot
Boozer's
clock
got
didn't start?
15.
Red, go get it.
See, this is where Rashard Lewis was so tough last year down the stretch of games where they could post him up or isolate. They went to a lot of pick and roll where teams switched and put him on the block, and he just went to work.
He gonna foul you every time.
That one's knocked away. Lewis.
I get it.
Somebody's
Nearly
open.
Retained by Reggie Evans, but Ricky Davis missed the 3.
All right.
There he is inside.
You can't hold me. You can't hold me.
Shard Lewis, the Reggie Evans, is the foul by Carlos Boozer.
I hooked the shit out of your ass. I hooked the shit out of your ass.
Yeah. I got to make that up. Yeah. Come on, Tricky.
Hey, good shot.
Here's Reggie Evans. He gets 1 shot. Make 2 points.
He's short. Nobody blocked him out. That's huge. Nobody blocked him out. Assume that he misses. Assume you got to put a body on him. That time, Ghost Ballers just fell asleep. Free throw line.
1-point lead for the Monsters. Game is to 50. Got to win by 2. Here's Mike Bibby. Davis will pull.
See what I'm talking about? Hey, Rick, that's how you play
I
smart.
did not touch him. I did not touch him.
Let's take another look.
Well, let's see if he's
Because he
late
flopped don't mean you have to call foul.
on the recover.
That was a big free throw, man.
I don't know about that one. I don't know. I think the official was out of play. He's inside the three-point line. And Rashad, it was a little contact early, but not on the shot. I think it was Ricky Davis falling backwards.
Here we go this shit again.
He's got
Fucking bullshit.
Ricky's got the game high.
We got it again.
19.
We got it again.
1-point lead for the Ghost Ballers. They retain possession. They can shoot a 4 and win the game. And the guy who's the most prolific four-point shooter, especially last season, than Mike Bibby. Reggie Evans and one.
Well, why not? The air ball, quick decision. The man has been carrying the load offensively and defensively. Reggie Evans on a mission to prove I can score, I can play D.
Reggie Evans has got 16 points, 13 rebounds.
Block him out. Hey, get the
He
rebound.
can make this free throw. The three-headed Monsters will be 2 points away from victory.
Yeah, now they switched on the weak side where you see Boozer up top so he can box out Reggie Evans this time. So you got a bigger man to box him out instead of Mike Bibby.
Big point by Reggie Evans. He's got 17 now. Three-headed Monsters, 2 points away from victory. Here's the three-headed Monsters. They go to Rashard Lewis, the league MVP. Reggie Evans for the win. Too strong.
Take your time, Reggie.
Here's Ricky Davis. Drive. Good take. Ties it up. So now you can go for a 2. Do whatever you want. 3, whatever you want here.
You got to
Next bucket wins.
Yeah, win by 2. Strategically, if you're Ghost Ballers, you're going to look to run a pick and roll with Boozer.
This is our offensive team. We gonna go pick and roll. All right? I wanted to twitch y'all too. You underneath the bucket, Red? I did something special to make something special happen for me right now. Let's do it. All right? Hey, look. Pick and roll, pop, whatever. Once you get the basketball, go to the bucket. Go to the rack. Go to the rack. Make it foul you. Hey.
So the Monsters want the pick and roll. Mock move, Quintel Woods.
Why not? I mean, it's tough to guard. And plus, it's Boozer. Boozer's still trying to find his feet a little bit, even though he's scoring well. But you got to force him to play defense. There it is. You got the switch.
Woods. Rashard Lewis. Wide open. Mock move for the win. Money.
How smart was that? Instead of taking the 3, he stepped inside the line and took the 2-point shot.
The three-headed Monsters victorious.
And it's not all about just playing the game, it's thinking the game. Right here, just smartly again, miscommunication on D. Why take the 3? I'm going to step in, rhythm dribble, drain 2, game time.
Final score, three-headed Monsters 50, Ghost Ballers 48. Our coverage will continue at 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern on FS1.